another Monday!
It's another Monday.
Guys, we're back for Gabagalooza, the podcast on this Memorial Day Monday. R.I.P. Lowe's, who are not with us today. You will forever be remembered. Thank you for your service, as I am one of them. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, you haven't died. You're right here.
Yes, but as a military member, I am thanking the ones who are not here.
Yeah, considering I'm sitting next to one, I mean...
No, nothing special. Nothing special, folks. I didn't die for this country.
But still,
but
happy Memorial Day to all of you out there. Friends and family, wherever you may be.
We're back!
America, we're back.
He's back. But, yes, it is another Monday. We took a little break last week. Our little friend here was under the weather.
I was sick. He's sick.
So took a little hiatus, and we're back to give you another installment. Unfortunately, we will not be covering most of the events that happened last week, but we will maybe tiptoe around them.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and just jump into, what we've been doing the last, 2 weeks, other than you being sick, man. We both went to some ball games.
We did. I mean, I went to a ball game before I got sick.
Yeah.
I went down to Citi Field. I got to see the Mets play the Cleveland Guardians for the first time. I had seen the Cleveland Indians play against Pittsburgh, out of all teams. Well, I saw Pittsburgh play against Cleveland, because I was there for Pittsburgh. But I saw the Mets play the Guardians, and that was actually very good game. Almost heartbreaking, but it ended up turning out to be a very, very good game. Mets were up 3-0 all the way to the 8th. Blew it, made it 4-3, and then Starling Marte came through and hit a 2-run dinger to give the Mets the lead, and we were able to hold it in the 9th, thank God. And then I went home, and on my way home, I wanted to die. So it was.
I was literally it was literally when you felt like you were getting sick too.
At the end of the game, it was literally right at the end of the game. Like as I got in my car, I was like, "Uh-oh," and it was bad.
Yeah.
So.
But hey, I went to the Yankee game on Saturday. I went with the pops and the fam, And it was my little sister's first Yankee game. The Yankees got the dub in walk-off fashion. Unfortunately, I was not able to stay for the walk-off fashion, as my little sister was very agitative. So we left. But hey, it is okay, as the Yankees got the win. And it was kind of just nice to see the Yankees, get a dub. It's the second time they've won since, I've gone 2 games in a row they've won, right? The only games I've been to this year. And I'm hoping the next one I'm going to go to next month. I hope they get the dub that day, too.
I'm 1-1. You're doing well.
Yeah, man. But, hey, let's continue with the baseball talk.
Also, I had seen...
Oh, yes.
My brother in
you
Binghamton,
saw your
New York.
brother.
Yeah, so my brother pitched with the Richmond Flying Squirrels in Binghamton, New York, against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. They were able to win that night. It was a very, very cold night. There was less than 1,000 people in the crowd. The ushers were literally like, "You guys got free reign. You can sit wherever the hell you want." We're like, "Okay." So that was fun. A couple of relatives of mine came up. One of my college coach this year, who was instrumental in getting my brother into Lemoyne College, came there. Coach Hamill. And that was fun to see him again. He had to leave a little early, though. And then we saw the scout who scouted Ryan out of Lemoyne.
Really?
From the San Francisco Giants. So it was very nice to meet him. My parents had met him a couple times prior, but they kind of just forgot that he was him. Kind of deal. They're like, "Oh, God." And that was nice, too. We stayed for the whole game, and they ended up winning, and unfortunately, that was the only game they won that series, so out of the 6 games, because,
Well, if anything, hopefully it's, a bright spot for Ryan,
Yeah, I mean, he did fine. I mean, he pitched 4 innings. He had hit his pitch limit, which was over, I think he hit almost 70.
Honestly,
he only gave up one run.
Good.
He only gave up one run. He struck out 3, I think, 3 or 4. He walked 1, I think.
Yes.
And only gave up 3 hits.
It was a good 4-inning outing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that he got the full 4 inning. I believe he got the 3 2/3.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say that it bodes well. It's another good start good quality, start, and given it's not like a actual quality start because he's not going the full length.
Which, I
but
mean,
he very well could.
Yeah, unless he's able to throw less than 13 pitches an inning.
Yeah,
he may be able to do that.
Hey, it's very possible. It's
10 pitches.
I feel like he's got to go after a lot of guys. I feel like he should start to try and go after a lot of guys, but the coaching is an entirely different side of it.
And
so
they're the ones dictating the game. Ryan's not calling his own game. It's the coaching staff giving the pitches to throw and whatever. So Ryan's not shaking anything off on purpose. If he shakes off, it's because the coach is telling him to. And unfortunately, it's gonna have to be that way for him. But if you want Ryan at his best, he's got to call his own game.
For real.
Because
honestly,
he's always been his best when he calls his own game. It is what it is. He has so much confidence and command out on the mound, and he just dominates.
I mean,
look,
when he in low A, high A, and then his first start in Double A was rough, but I mean, he's had quality starts after quality starts, and those first that first season and a half, in low A and high A, he was really good at just going and pitching how he wanted to pitch.
Yeah, and what was good is that they were starting to let him call his own game, and he was just getting better and better and better. So, I mean, hopefully at some point, they're able to feel more comfortable with him on the mound and have him be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because Ryan can call a game very, very well.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm still intrigued because I really do want to ask him, questions about, what is your routine before the game, and,
oh, yeah.
it would, getting the lineup card, are you, already doing research on these guys, and are you watching any kind of film on these guys, looking at stats, on different pitches? I would love to know that kind of stuff.
There will be a whole episode here where we will get him on, and we'll literally just talk about him and his life of baseball and just pick his brain. As much as I already do as a brother, anyway. We'll be able to get you guys to know how. So that episode will be a lot of fun, and obviously, we'll have him be here as just a regular guest though, because he is my brother after all. We don't want to make him seem like he's just this entity that's in baseball and that's all we talk about.
Yeah,
we'll be talking about other stuff too.
Absolutely,
and that will be a lot of fun. I'll be definitely looking forward to all that once. That occurs.
Absolutely.
Once we're able to get him.
And I have ideas for that as well, which we could discuss, but hey, it was another good, 2 weeks of baseball, right? It's as it always is, we're a third of the way through the season, right? And it's just fantastic. It's fantastic to just watch baseball. I can't describe it, say it any other way. But without further ado, we get back to our weekly segment in our baseball talk. It is time for our slices of goodness. Murph, would you like to start us off here?
I can start us off here, and it's kind of funny how we're going to start this one off because I have a milestone grabber who has grabbed a milestone, and that is relief pitcher, closing pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, and Greg Kimbrell. He got his 400th career save recently, and congratulations to him, Hall of Famer. I mean, it is what it is. He had gotten a save recently, so now he's at 401. This season, though, has kind of been wish-washy for him. An ERA of almost of 6, but he has 7 saves, so he's able to at least get the job done the majority of the time. In 20 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, but that 400 milestone is obviously the biggest one, and Greg Kimbrell is, without a doubt, going to be a Hall of Famer as a reliever.
Yeah.
He is one of the top in saves of all time, and just, who knows when he's going to stop playing at this point.
Yes.
At the age of 35, he can still have a few more years left in his tank, and
Absolutely.
he can even pitch till 40 if he really wants to.
Absolutely.
So, and obviously, playing since 2010, played for the Atlanta Braves for the longest time, and the Cubs, and now the Phillies. So it's pretty cool to see that we're able to kind of see history in that kind of caliber.
Yeah.
For this era of baseball.
Yeah.
And that is my first slice of goodness. The second one we're gonna have from AP over here, awfully similar.
So, awfully similar, meaning it is another closer who had also just hit a milestone. The same one. The one who is literally one save ahead of Craig Kimbrell. Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen of the Boston Red Sox. He notched his 400th save just a couple days ago. And, as it's great, you talked about number 8 on the list. I'm talking about number 7. Mm-hmm. And this year, it's been okay. He has been okay. He's got 1 win on his belt, but he's also got 2 losses on his belt, which as a closer, that's, it's like a blown save.
Yeah.
So But in 17 games, he has 11 saves and 18 strikeouts. And he's got a 3.45 ERA, which is not bad. And he's got a 1.53 whip.
That's not bad at all.
So
better than Kimbrell.
And,
less strikeouts than Kimbrell. And how many innings?
He's got 15 2/3 innings.
Okay, so less innings. That makes sense.
So it's about barely a little more than a strikeout an inning. Mm-hmm. Which is very good as a closer. Because there's not really many dominant closers in the game right now. There's maybe like 2 handfuls of them.
Yeah, there was one, but
right,
you won't see him this year.
So exactly. But it is what it is. Congratulations to Craig Kimbrell and to Kenley Jansen on notching their 400th save. Hopefully they're able to push the list, and hopefully they have an opportunity to be 4 and 5 on that list.
I know.
So let's see what they're able to do.
Yep.
But that is my first slice of goodness. Please tell me who's your last slice of goodness.
My last slice of goodness is a pretty decent one. The fact that he's basically the only bat on the team right now, and that is the catcher of the New York Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez has become what we basically thought he was going to be. As of recent, he has been hitting the ball out of the ballpark left and right. He is doing absolutely phenomenal. In his last 7 games, he has 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in, hitting .423. Only struck out 3 times in that span. And in the last 15 games, a .315 average with 7 ding-dongs. 8 home runs, 19 RBIs on the season in total, .269 batting average.
Yeah.
Pretty solid, an OPS of .885.
Yeah, that's
very, very solid from a catcher's
very
standpoint.
Solid.
As a catcher.
Yeah.
As a catcher. You don't see numbers like that from many catchers.
No. Not at all.
And Alvarez is starting to become that guy. And it's actually kind of a good point to make here. It was a decision that the Mets needed to make this week. Tomas Nido was coming off the disabled list. They needed to fill back in that spot because, Tomas Nido, he deserves to be on the MLB roster. He's a very good defensive catcher and a decent hitter. And what are they going to do? Let's just get rid of the guy who we just signed to a minor league deal, and that was Gary Sanchez.
Scary Gary.
Scary Gary only played 3 games as a New York Met. I saw his MLB debut back on Sunday, and that's all she wrote.
Yep, that's all she wrote. You saw the best thing that he did for them, too.
I saw the best thing. He had a sac fly RBI. He was productive. I saw him be productive as a New York Met, and I got it on film, too.
Hey. I mean,
I have physical proof that he did good as a Met.
He has been doing very well since he's gotten called up, so... since
for Alvarez.
Back, yeah.
Absolutely. So I will say that is a pretty good final slice of goodness for me to finish up on. What's your last one?
So mine was a former teammate of Scary Gary. The reigning, defending, all rise for the Judge, Aaron Judge. And, he is just proving why he was worth all that money. And let me tell you, I am beyond happy. As a Yankee fan, you can't ask for literally anything better. He is on the exact path as he was last year as his first 62 home runs. So, I mean, he might be up there again. He might not. It's kind of up in the air, but his numbers are relatively the same as last year at this point. So, it's a good thing. And let's go into his last 7 games, and we'll talk about his 25 at-bats. 9 hits. He's got 6 runs, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's got 6 walks, and he's only struck out 7 times. He's batting .360.
Very nice.
You can't ask for anything more.
He's just fun. He's just fun to watch.
And
he literally looks just like another entity at the plate.
And it's not even like I don't enjoy watching him at the plate. I love watching him at the plate. But I love watching him in the field.
Mm-hmm.
He is a phenomenal right fielder.
He is. For his size, he's got pretty good speed, and he can go get a ball.
He has
great range. In the outfield. He can read a baseball very, very well.
Yeah.
And with his height, it doesn't need to take a lot for him to take one out of the stands.
Exactly.
So, especially in that kind of a ballpark where you can get short porch home runs, he can go and get it and take it away.
Quite literally, yesterday, as I was watching the game, I saw him at the wall just make a catch, and the wall's, like, right here on him. So, I mean, like...
Literally just barely above his head. Like insane.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and, like, just... You get that feeling when he gets up to the plate, too.
I know.
That something's good that's going to happen, and that's something that every team needs. Somebody that's going to go up the plate.
We almost witnessed, him do it last year.
Yeah, we almost did.
We were there for possibly history, but it, like, just hearing all rise and then, like, the crowd going crazy.
Absolutely nuts. Everyone's standing. No one's sitting down.
Like, it is amazing. Just, he is the MVP. He is the Yankees captain. He is my captain. Oh, captain, my captain. But that is my last slice of goodness, and that is our slice of goodness for the last 2 weeks.
Not a whole lot actually happening this week, but there were obviously those notables that we had noticed, and we really wanted to touch base on the 400 career saves.
Yes,
we really wanted to do that
absolutely.
Last week. But save it for this week. And that is our slice of goodness.
Slice of goodness.
But we're not done yet.
As we move on to the court, and we talk about some basketball. So, the conference finals have been extremely fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. History's going to happen tonight, maybe.
But this Boston Celtics Miami Heat series has been fan-fucking-tastic to watch.
And, I mean, if you're a Heats fan, not really. But,
yes.
If you're an outsider looking in, if you're a Boston fan or an outsider looking in,
yes, this series has been fantastic. The storylines in this, hey, don't let us win tomorrow, or don't let us get another. Mm-hmm. And Boston was down 3-0, folks, against Miami, and Miami, they could have put the dagger in it at home. But Boston wins.
Literally.
Then they go to Boston, clean wipe of the floor of Miami. And then in the game on Saturday night, that finish was something to watch.
That just shocking.
Just
absolutely
the
shocking.
Absolute pandemonium of Miami Heat fans going bonkers.
Absolutely bonkers.
Off the walls.
They're going to the chip.
Thinking that they won. And then
just silence.
They realize that he got the shot off.
It was silence.
He got the shot off.
Stunned.
They counted it. It was good. The shot was good. It was a buzzer beater. They got it.
They all immediately thought as it happened, no way.
I know.
The shot didn't go off, no way.
I know.
He got it off with 0.2 seconds remaining on the clock.
It was fantastic to watch, and I just now given the Western Conference Finals, right? The Nuggets Lakers series, it was okay, right? But it was practically a clean swipe of the floor by the Joker, Nikola Jokic, right? And he wiped the floor with the Lakers, and he's been having a long rest, right? But damn, it's gonna be tough for whatever team wins tonight in Game 7.
It's gonna
because
be a
I
good-ass
think
watch.
that the Nuggets are gonna win the series regardless.
Yeah, I mean the Nuggets are just absolutely on fire. They have a really good team. They score so many points.
Jamal Murray came back. He's
really
been
have
healthy.
mopped the floor.
He has been outperforming. And I don't care. If that's all Jokic has. I really couldn't care if that's like the one solid piece that he has besides like the supporting cast around him.
Yeah, and he does have a supporting cast. I mean, it makes sense. How far
Jason
they got.
Tatum has Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown. A lot more people that I could name. And then Miami in, Timothy Butler, or Michelson Butler, or whatever they want to call him. But I honestly do think that the Nuggets will win. But I want to know what your prediction is, and I'm going to tell you mine for Game 7 tonight.
Game 7 tonight, oh my goodness gracious, it is coming down to the wire.
I'm going to end up putting a bet in on this, too.
I might put a bet on this, too, because I was literally talking to my dad at the ice cream shop today as we were getting stuff for my family memorial party today, a little get-together. Listen, obviously the Heat, they got up strong. 3-0 in the series, 123 to 116, 111 to 105, 128 to 102, and they had it in the bag, and then the Celtics were like, yeet, and destroyed them twice, and then the Game 6. But would I say the Heat are out? They're not out, because they should have won Game 6.
It's true.
They had the lead, they were going to win.
And Jimmy, he really, he had 24 points, which is,
and he's
which
averaging
is good.
24 points a game.
But he really didn't play his playoff Jimmy. He didn't play like that.
No, and he hasn't been for the past few games regardless anyway.
I know. And he said he wasn't worried about this game, but
now he's got to worry.
I don't know. I think he should be worrying.
He should be worrying, and he's going to be
because
worrying.
Because this Celtics team has been on a tear the last couple games.
And absolutely they have. But I'm still going to say it. I think the Miami Heat are going to gird up their loins and take this one. I think the Miami Heat are going to go to the chip. They're going to face the Denver Nuggets. And
so you had predicted.
I had predicted
the Nuggets
Miami would
and Miami.
When the Nuggets would go, and I'm still going to stick to it. You would like to think that the Cinderella type Boston Celtics, even though they're the number 2 seed, will make history and win 4 in a row to win this series. I just don't see it, personally. Even if I was not rooting for the Heat in general, I still think the Heat are going to win. I still think they're going to win. My humble opinion, I believe that the Heat are going to go, oh shit, and just, back it up. It's going to be a tight game again. It won't be a washout by any means by either side. But I just think that Miami is just going to be able to kick it up. Boston just won't have enough, and history, unfortunately, will not be made tonight. But an 8 seed will be going to the chip.
Well, let me tell you. History will be made tonight. As the Boston Celtics will go and win from a 3-0 deficit, and they will win the series and go on to face the Nuggets.
See, this is the conversation that me and my dad were having with the guy at the ice cream shop. We were talking about, what do you do when it comes to betting in a game like this? Everyone's going to go for the Celtics tonight.
It's true.
You go for the Heat.
It's very true.
You go for the Heat.
And honestly, I think I'm gonna put two separate ones in.
Right. And the Heat, and last time I saw
think
they
I'm
had like a
gonna-
7.5 spread
Yeah.
in favor of the Celtics. So like,
Yeah.
you could still, it was still a plus 7.5
Yeah.
for the Heat. So even if they lose by less
Yeah.
than 7, you'll still win.
Mm-hmm.
So I would absolutely take that.
Absolutely, honestly.
But-
I think that's definitely a for sure bet. But I do think that the Celtics will win tonight.
That would be cool, though. I'm not saying that won't be cool. Like, that'd be awesome.
I
First
think,
team to ever go back from 3-0.
I think that
They're on fire, and they're in Boston.
it's in Boston. Like, it's in the Garden.
It's in the TD Garden.
So, like, that stadium, outside the stadium, is going to be nuts. This literally the city of Boston. I wouldn't be surprised if they experience an earthquake tonight, right? But I honestly think that the Celtics are going to pull it out.
And the Celtics,
They were in
they were
a
Boston
game
in their
7
last game, and they were in
in the
game
last
7 in
series.
the last series.
And Miami,
the last game that Boston was in Boston, they beat Miami.
and they wiped the floor with Miami. It was 116 to 80 something.
So yeah, that was in Miami. That was game 4 in Miami. It was 116 to 99. Game 5 in Boston, 110 to 97. So still over 10 points.
That's
still pretty much a mop right there.
Yeah.
I will agree. But having said that, like I said, they have won in Boston.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have won in Boston could just give them still an extra jolt. Now, granted, even if they had lost in Boston, I still think that would have given them an extra jolt.
Yeah.
From the fan base.
Absolutely.
Themselves.
I'll
absolutely say this, with the high of we have 9 seconds to go to win this game. To cap it, we're done. And you'll lose it with less than a second to go.
I know.
It's depleting. It's depleting. How do you play off of that to try to win a series?
It is.
That's hard. That's hard.
So
But
it's gonna be a good game regardless.
Heat Celtics.
Tune in tonight, 8:30 on TNT. It is going to be a show.
TMNT, Teenage Mutant Fighting.
But let's move to the ice as we talk some hockey. The fight for Lord Stanley continues, but it's coming to a close.
It's coming to a close. We already have one side of the match set.
Yes.
But the second side could be set tonight, or another game will be played.
It's gonna be interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna go right out and say it. Dallas and Vegas are still playing. Dallas was down 3-0, and they've won 2 straight. But I think Vegas closes it out tonight. I believe we both went with Vegas to win the series. I definitely think that Vegas is a better team, personally. But, yeah, I think that Vegas will close it out tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, like so far in this series, it's been pretty tight. They've had 3 overtime games so far. 2 in favor of Vegas, 1 in favor of Dallas. Obviously, this is a series where if Dallas wins tonight, they could come back 3-0 because Vegas took games 1, 2, and 3.
Absolutely.
4-3, 3-2, and 4-0.
Yep.
It seemed like Dallas didn't have anything left after that third game, but they won it in overtime.
Yeah.
And then they beat them by 2 in the next game in Vegas. Now they're back in Dallas. So I would like to think that Dallas may be able to ride it and be able to get Game 6 a win, but like you, I just don't see Vegas losing tonight. I don't see them losing tonight.
They need Phil. They got to play Phil Kessel.
Feel the thrill, baby. And give Jack Eichel the puck. Him. I mean,
Kessel's closed out 2 series. He's closed out 2 series. He's won. He's done it.
As long as he gets back on the ice, and Aiden Hill needs to step on his head, and Marchessault needs to get the puck too.
Honestly,
I'm not talking to you,
honestly, though, this Dallas, Vegas series isn't even the biggest shocker to me. It's on the other side in the Eastern Conference. Florida swept the Carolina Hurricanes.
They swept the Hurricanes.
And honestly, as one that was thinking that Florida was going to get swept in the first round, right? This is a culture shock. Like, I'm rooting for them to win this entire thing. I want them to win the entire thing.
I'm on the Florida bandwagon, man. 4-0 against the Hurricanes, obviously, and all games were close, all by 1 goal. But like, dude, game 1,
I know.
Kachuk, game winner. Game 2, Kachuk, game winner. Next game 1-0. Then the next game 4-3. Kachuk wins it again. Late in the game, they score with seconds to go in the game to take the lead and go to the cup.
I think the Cinderella story will continue, and honestly, if, as we both said that, Vegas, we think they're going to close it out tonight, I'm rooting for Florida.
Oh, yeah.
I am rooting for Florida.
Same,
hardcore.
Same, man. The number 2 wild card in the Stanley Cup. When was the last time that happened? Probably pretty recently, but, like, who was the last one to win a cup as a second wild card team? That's boggling. And, just listen, man. Even if we look and see who they're going to face in Dallas and Vegas, either way, you may look at it and go, oh, well, if they play Vegas, they're on the other side of the country, basically.
Yep.
That's going to be rough. I don't think that's going to matter for Florida because they went to Toronto, which is still a pretty far hike for them, too, and they mopped the floor with Toronto as well. And they were a pretty good team this year, and they were looking poised to at least move on. But Florida, they are a absolute underdog.
They are.
They are. They're a good freaking team. They won the President's Trophy last year, Matt. Like, there's a reason why they came back this year. They had the pieces. They just needed to get them.
It has been something else.
And get them going. And Frederick Bluetooth Anderson has been doing great as their goalie. I mean, actually, no, that's the wrong goalie. That's actually for Carolina. I'm talking about Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky has been a great goalie. He had let in a max of, 3 goals in 1 game. One game. Other than that, it was 2-1 and 0. He literally had not a game where he had given up the same amount of goals.
Yeah.
It was either less or a little bit more. That was it. But still, .935 save percentage is very good. And Matthew Tkachuk is on fire. He's got 9 goals this playoffs, 12 assists, 21 points. He is the face of the Panthers right now, and the whole chemistry around that team is electric.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to watch. I will absolutely 100% be rooting for Florida in this cup. No matter who they face. Now, I would love to still see Vegas and them play each other.
Yes.
2 teams who have never won a cup before play each other. That would be awesome.
That would be very, very nice. I am going to
sit down and watch that series.
Yes.
For sure. It's going to be a fun one, especially in Vegas. I want to see another cup in Vegas. The first year was fun because their presentation is absolutely phenomenal. Yes. So, that's what I want to see. Vegas, Florida, in the cup.
For real.
And it's going to happen.
Hey, it has been a great fight for Lord Stanley, and I hope it continues to be a great fight down the stretch. But let's move on to a little bit of football talk. Now, this is all fresh to you here.
This is all fresh to me.
So, the NFL this past week passed a new rule, and it's going to receive a 1-season test phase. This rule, okay, I'm going to get you the actual reading on this rule. Okay. The new kickoff rule in the NFL will provide the opportunity for the ball to be placed at the 25-yard line on kickoffs if a fair catch is called behind the 25-yard line. So, this means if you, on a kickoff, receive the ball and you run to the 19-yard line and you decide, nah, I'm not going to be able to get any further, and you take a knee, they automatically put the ball at the 25-yard line.
Ooh. What?
It is, personally, it is a dumb rule. So this rule is wild, okay? And I'm going to read you, a little piece that Andy Reid, said on this new rule. He said, my thing is, where does it all stop, right? We start taking pieces and we'll see how this goes. But if you don't want to take too many pieces away, or you'll be playing flag football. And honestly, I agree. I mean, this rule is actually detrimental to the game by making it easier, but it's also taking away a lot of opportunities for players. There's hundreds of players in the NFL that make a living on special teams. They never get to see the light of day other than special teams.
And no one's going to run the ball back anymore. No one's going to.
No one's going to run the ball back anymore.
Unless they know that the other team's special teams is dog
I will say
crap,
this: the good kickers and the good kickoff kickers in the league will continue to bomb balls, and they'll automatically be a touchback.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But for the guys, that are, kicking it to the 2-3 yard line, it's going to be a knee regardless at all. And this rule has been in place in the college, the NCAA since 2018. But it's
what's the point of
you
having
keep
a kickoff,
nitpicking at different things.
What's the point of having a kickoff?
Roughing the passer has been touched so many times, you can hardly touch the quarterback anymore.
AP, what's the point of having a kickoff then?
I
Put it
know.
at the 25 then. You might as well just put it at the 25.
Right?
No point having kickers. You might as well just cut them.
I know, and literally, and this is the one thing that's surprising. Every single special teams coach in the NFL was against it. And they still
passed.
Roger Goodell still pushed and got the rule changed. Apparently, it's for safety, right? And hey, I get that.
Yeah.
I get the part where you want safety, but they're claiming
it's part of the game.
They're claiming that special teams, kickoffs, right, and punt returns and stuff like that, they're the most concussed play in the NFL. I don't know where they're getting these numbers from, right?
I don't know either.
But when they went through and did all this testing and everything like that, apparently Roger Goodell and the guy who, is one of the rules guys in the NFL, that high top, is part of the decision making, right, weren't even there during the testing. I don't know how this is a good thing for the NFL. It's how are some of these guys going to stay on a roster spot because special teams almost becomes obsolete?
They're literally going to cut, the amount of people you can have on a roster. They're going to lower the number. Because there's no point. There's no point in having a special team.
And now it's not on punts.
It's not on punts, it's on kick returns.
It's on kickoffs.
Now, there's a difference. There's a punter and a kicker. They're two different guys.
It's so confusing.
It's not like you can replace them to go punting.
And,
they don't punt.
there was, 3, return touchdowns on kickoffs last year, and Nyheim Hines had 2 of them at Buffalo in one game. They're one of the most electrifying plays in football, right? The entire reason you kick it to the other team, and the only reason they have somebody there to catch the ball is by possibly giving them a better opportunity to score on the coming drive. You get it past the 25, because that's going to be a touchback anyway. You want to see if you can get it past the 25. That's the entire thing about having kickoff returns. That's the entire reason, Devin Hester is, synonymous, because he made a living off of returning kicks. Cordell Patterson, on the Falcons, he's a great returner. But now he's going to see 12 snaps on offense because that's all they use him besides that. And that's all he's going to see. And he's one of the greatest returners in the game of all time. And now he almost becomes obsolete.
Yeah, I
absolutely agree. I want to get your thoughts on this. But I really want to get your thoughts on this.
I mean, what else could be said, man? Like, there's literally no point in having a special teams at that point, and no point in having a kicker. Like, you're basically running him out of a job. At this point, he's just kicking field goals. So, what's the point? And then, like, where are you getting these numbers on the most concussed play of the NFL? Like, off of the... Now, like, I may be able to see it just because guys, like, on the kicking team have more run to move.
Yeah.
And it gives them a better boost to be able to hit harder. But, like, that's it. Like, that's really it. And, like, like you said, all these kickoff returns are going to be extinct. They're going to be non-existent. No one's going to know what a kickoff return is.
Know.
And guys are literally just going to catch the ball and just kneel it. They're not even going to bring it out. There's no point. You get good possession at the 25-yard line. That's a good kick return.
Yeah.
That's a solid kick return. Getting it around the 25-yard line. Now you can just call it, you know?
And the one thing that, like, really grinds my gears about this new rule is they're giving it a 1-season test phase. Obviously, there's not going to be any concussions.
Yeah.
There's going to be zero.
There's going to be zero because guess what? Nothing's going to happen.
Like,
it's part of the game. Like, you're literally taking away part of the game. It's just part of the game.
It's literally Andy Reid. But you don't want to take too many pieces away, or you'll be playing flag football.
I agree. It's a great analogy to put it because you're turning it into flag football at that point. There's so many rules and regulations and so many, like, just, you can't do anything.
It is very aggravating just to kind of think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we played Madden, right? Mm-hmm. No one in Madden's going to just not return it.
No, everyone's still going to return it.
Right? Everyone's going to want to see a kick return. And I hope that there's still special teams guys that are out there that are going to say, hey, I'm not taking a knee regardless. Mm-hmm. I'm running until I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that there's going to be some guys out there that actually do that and try and continue to kind of play the game. Mm-hmm. But it's... Folks, I want to get your opinion on this. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna put a Facebook post out there after the show, and I'm gonna, see if I'm gonna see if I can put a poll on Facebook, and see if it's a good rule or a bad rule. I want the audience's opinion on this. Mm-hmm. But hey, without further ado. It's been a long 2 weeks, but this segment that everybody loves, is back! It's time for Ashley's Outrageously Random Questions! Yes! And if you're new here, which I'm sure that none of you are, we get 10 questions from my wife. And we read them to each other and to you. And we answer them, or we give our opinion on them. And after that, there's this special question right here. It has an A on it. And that's for you. It's for the audience. Yes, this question is not solely for you, as we will answer it ourselves as well, but we want to hear opinions in the chat. So, get them Twitter fingers ready. And we'll start off with question number 1. Murph, would you like to start us off? I'll give you a little drum roll here.
For a question, it's upside down. What afterlife do you believe in?
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to go off and say I do believe in heaven and hell.
Religious triggers. All right.
Yes. I do believe in heaven and hell, but I would like to believe that there's some kind of reincarnation. Honestly, right, I would like to believe that there's some type of reincarnation because I would love to, regardless of the memories that I have or whatever, I would just love to be a dog.
Right?
Like,
Doesn't everybody want to be? You already know that you lived a good life. When God turns you into a dog.
I know. Like, I just,
you already know you did good. You did good.
You did good, pal.
You
You
did
did good.
You did good. Yeah, like I would like to believe that there is some sort of afterlife. There's something. There has to be something.
There's
after.
gotta.
You know, whether it be heaven or hell. You know, that's something that I would like to assume that's you know, what would be.
I think the worst thing that I think what really gets me about it is, like, I can't stand to think about the fact that it might just be nothing.
Yeah, no, it scares me.
It does.
Me.
It scares me.
It gives me anxiety and panic attacks.
It scares me.
Spiraling out of control to my own.
It's
what's it called? Mortality.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like, I literally get panic attacks sometimes, literally just thinking about my own mortality and that there might be absolutely nothing after this. Yeah. So, but it then makes you go like, I should live my life to the fullest then.
Yeah.
Like, might as well have fun while I'm here, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but I like to agree that there should be something after this, and then there should be like a cycle for you to go back out. You know, whatever, you know, in whatever capacity it may be, whether it be human again or whether it be another animal again. I would like to think that that's the case.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Absolutely. Good thoughts only, folks. Good thoughts only. Well, that's a good first question, honestly. Yes. And time for question number 2, which is upside down. What is a texture you do not like to feel? Honestly, I'm gonna go out and say velvet.
Velvet. Interesting. I mean, like, it's both feeling and sound. Velcro. For some reason, the sound of Velcro ripping apart my jaw, like, it shakes. My jaw literally physically shakes.
I'll say,
and internally my nerves go haywire.
One thing,
I don't know what it is.
One thing that I cannot stand, and like, I'm almost the same way, where
you're
like
styrofoam,
it makes me.
Right?
Well, that's one styrofoam, but it almost kind of sounds like a nail on a chalkboard.
Oh yeah.
Like, I just just thinking about it makes my skin crawl.
Mm-hmm. But texture wise.
I still gotta say velvet. I don't like it. Just no.
I don't really. I mean, like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, as far as like texture, I guess Velcro for me. Just like both sound and like, feeling. I don't know. Like, just. Yeah, I was just never a big fan of Velcro. Like, you know, removing it, because, like, you're technically feeling it when you're removing it.
Yeah.
So, like, I would say that's probably mine. What I can think of right now.
Would it be the soft side or the hard side?
Probably the hard side.
Yeah.
Probably the hard side, I would say. And then just a coexistence of both of them together, and then them not is just absolutely spine curdle. It's blood curdling to me. I don't know what it is. I really don't.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Very good as well. I could also say rust.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you already know you're going to cut your hand and give yourself some kind of disease as soon as you touch that. Like, no.
No.
Good question. Question number 3. What is a video game you would recommend for a beginner? Minecraft.
Yes. That's probably the easiest question we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Minecraft. Easy. Next question.
Honestly. That's like...
Next question.
It's the easiest question. Wow. Good question, though.
It's a great question. But
it's a very good question.
Easy answer. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's no contest.
Yeah.
We could say a whole bunch of other games, but, like, no, it's Minecraft.
Yeah. I just... There's no game that's, like, more peaceful and, like... But it can be infuriating.
Oh, it can be infuriating. But, like, it's a sandbox game. You can do almost whatever you want. It's great for beginners who are playing video games for the first time.
Yes.
Absolutely recommend it.
Yes.
Absolutely. To someone
100%.
who has never played a single video game in their 100%. Entire life, Minecraft, the way to go.
100%. All right. Question number 4. What is the best meal you've ever had?
Oh, God. Jeez.
Tony DiNapoli's in New York City. Veal Parmesan.
Oh. Veal Parmesan. AP eats babies.
Deep.
I mean, besides, like, my mom's home cooked meals, God, like, there hasn't been a meal where, like, it just stands alone. Besides my mom's, like, pasta and sauce, or, like, spaghetti and meat sauce with meatballs, or, like, just that. But, like, outside, I don't really know. But, like, if I had to give you an answer, it's probably that. It's literally my mom's gravy sauce, meat sauce, tomato sauce, meat sauce. Her homemade.
Honestly, so if I was to go, like, homemade, right? I'm going Ashley's mac and cheese.
It's very, 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 very solid. She knows how to make some good mac.
Yeah, she does.
But, like, outside, though.
The last Monday we had pepper jack mac and cheese.
Yeah, oh, God, I missed out. Oh, God, that would have been great. My dad actually, or my mom actually made mac and cheese that night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had mac and cheese anyway.
Yeah. She did, like, I forgot what she used, but she used, like, a new thing that we hadn't used before. It was good. It was baked mac and cheese. It wasn't just regular mac and cheese. Very, very good.
Good question.
Yeah, pretty much it. Good question, though. Very good question. I mean, it's like picking your favorite, like, child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, like, your favorite...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right, question.
But still, great question.
5.
Question 5 on it. Were you forced into sports as a kid? If so, do you appreciate that you were? I probably wasn't. I probably just liked it. I probably just did. I think I didn't like sports at the beginning, though. Because I always remember there was one fatal memory that I always had when I was a kid. And my dad was watching a Packer game. And he asked me if I wanted to watch with him. And I just said, no, and left. Like a little dick. And I came back crying, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'll watch the game with you. And so, like, he didn't force me into it. My dad would, like, suggest it. He would always ask me if I wanted to do it. And I just said, yeah. And except for that one time where I said no. But, like, it was never forced into it.
So, I would honestly go to say I was forced into it. My grandfather put a wiffle ball bat and a wiffle ball in my hands when I was 2 years old.
Well, I mean, how
Like-
else are you gonna... But, I mean, like, more like...
Yeah,
You're
like,
2.
but, like, so sports, I guess you can consider swimming a sport, right? So, at Beth's, I, was almost forced into swimming, so I was forced into doing some kind of sport, but I guess I might have been forced into baseball. It just, well, how else are you gonna, like, get your kid to do it unless you enroll them into it?
Yeah.
But, like, I loved it, as soon as I started to do it, so I kind of just stuck with it, but I definitely was forced into some kind of sport.
Okay, so, like, well, like that...
Like swimming.
Swimming.
Like, so, for those, because we haven't said this before, but we did first meet each other at a daycare. I believe that you were, like, 2 and I was 3 or something like that, and we've been, basically friends ever since. But, the babysitter that, we went to, she was a swim coach at the YMCA, the local YMCA. So, I was, and my mom, as she was working, because my dad didn't have full custody or half custody yet. So I was basically forced, to being there with Beth, until my mom was done with works. And I would usually tag along with her to the YMCA. My mom would just pick me up. But I definitely got forced into swimming because I didn't like anything other than just being in the pool.
Yeah. I remember there was one memory I had at Beth's where we had this swimming coach there, and she had, like, let me go, and I remember, like, just being like, I'm ready. I'm go. You ready to go? Yeah, I'm go. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, and then like she lets me go, and then all I saw was just fucking splish water all up my face, my mouth, nose, everything, just freaking perpetual for like a solid like 10 seconds, and then suddenly she picks me out, and she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." She's like, I didn't know what to think. Like, I didn't cry or anything. I wasn't like angry or sad or whatever. Like, I was just like I was shocked. I was just like,
oh my god.
okay, I'm good. I'm good. She's like, you want to do it again? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Okay, so the side thing. I literally remember a couple things from Beth's house, right? From her actual house. The one thing I remember that involves, like, us is with Nick. And Nick, some girl, right, that was there, some other kid, right, went to her bathroom, took a dump, and didn't flush. And there was like a turd on the toilet seat. And Nick came and got me. And he came, come here. And he dragged me into the bathroom and he went, look. And I turned around and her toilet was like on 2 steps, right? And, I turned around and it was like eye level with me. The shit was eye level with me. And I got up on the step and there was like tiny turds in his ball.
Did you believe it was Nick?
No, I had no idea. Like, he was like, someone just, and he was older, so I was like, oh, I was like, oh, they didn't, and we like
that would be
went,
Nick, though.
we went and tattled on. It might have been him.
Well, no. I actually don't think it was him, but I feel like it would be him to be like, yo, come here, look at this, like. Just like to have for him to actually see that happen, him not actually doing it. I could see happening.
I think I was 4 and Nick was
He had been like
7,
6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7. I just.
Oh my god, that's funny as hell.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great question.
That is a good question. That is good.
Holy crap.
All right, question 6. What would your Bogart look like before and after Riddick rules?
Ridiculous. The spell, Harry Potter. Ridiculous. So what?
Oh,
yeah. So what? You're buggered.
The buggard.
You're buggered. So what would your buggard look like after you're ridiculous? What would be something that you fear?
So honestly, I think that it would probably be like the giant anaconda from the Anaconda movie, and then I think when I would do ridiculous, it would probably end up getting sliced in half.
Okay.
I don't, because that would be the thing that makes me happy.
Okay. I would say mine would probably be like something on like, you know how like Lupin it shows a moon.
Yeah.
Mine would be some sort of like nature like disaster. So like maybe like a tidal wave or like a meteorite coming towards me. And then I would probably just turn it into like sunshine or whatever and birds chirping, just so that it's nice and not calm and naturey and alive. You know, I that would probably be it for me.
I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, like what I would probably like rather do, what I would think about, like I'd probably try to turn into a Chinese dragon.
Oh, like a turn it into a Chinese dragon.
Like you know the
the nice little dancing dragon.
Yeah. You know, because that's fun. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, cool.
Yes. Or I could turn that tidal wave into like just into a little cup of water, like just.
I was talking about for the snake. I'm sorry.
For me, for that's a snake. For me, like I'll just put it like in this cup of water, like and then just drink it.
The big tidal wave, ridiculous, and it just kind of
little cup of water. It just goes
right into your glass.
Right into the cup. It's fine, perfectly fine. Good question.
Good question.
Next one, question
7.
Who is the best player on the injured list for your favorite team at the moment? Edwin Diaz.
Yeah,
That's mine. Edwin Diaz. Your turn. Who's the best player on the Yankees right now that's injured?
I would say Rodon.
Yeah, right? Like, you
Uh,
guys pretty much have
because
everybody.
because Bader came back, Judge came back.
Mhm.
You know,
Is Stanton injured?
Stanton is injured.
He is injured. Would you, like, make him top? I don't know. Rodon's pretty damn good.
Like
Compared
because
to Stanton, I'd probably say Rodon, but...
I would go to say Rodon, but like if it was like 2 weeks ago, I would say Bader.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would definitely say that he would be the one that I would.
Didn't Rizzo get, like, hit in the head? Like,
by
by
neck
Tatis?
injury.
Neck injury? Isn't he on the IL right now?
Technically, I guess he is on the IL right now.
So
So,
you could
I
say
would
Rizzo.
say Rizzo.
Yeah.
I would go to say Rizzo because
There you
he is, besides Volpe now at this point, my favorite Yankee.
Yeah, right?
I love Judge, right? He is my captain, but I really like Rizzo.
I'm starting to lean towards Judge being my favorite now.
Yeah,
Like, I get that feeling when he gets up to the plate.
yeah.
Only a few players have given me. Like, Wright was one of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, that feeling, like, DeGrom.
Yeah.
Like, those were those guys where, like, he's going to do something good. Like, I have a good feeling. I'm excited to watch him play. That's kind of that feeling I get.
Yeah,
when
I mean, I get that feeling too. I definitely
like
do.
it puts a smile
And
on my face. It makes me relax.
I would say I get that feeling more about Judge than Rizzo. I don't know, something about the Italian guy.
I love Rizzo. Don't get me wrong.
I
would like I did say that he was my favorite Yankee as soon as the Yankees got him.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Like, he doesn't give me that feeling that Judge gives me.
Yeah, which is fair. It's definitely fair.
If I had to,
hate
in a
love
way.
love Judge. I love him. Right, love the Yankees.
I don't love him, but I support him, I guess.
All right,
Thank
which
you,
is
question.
which is a lot. Hey, you just heard that, folks.
It's a lot coming out of
It
me.
is a lot coming out of him because if this was 10 years ago,
Oh, this was 10 years ago. No way.
not a chance. Not a chance, folks.
No way. If you can't beat him, join him. I mean, come on. Like, who cares? It's baseball.
Yes.
It's baseball.
Yes. It's as long as it's New York, as long as it matters. I don't give a shit. All right.
Local baseball.
Question number 8. Looks like we got another baseball question here. Can you explain the following baseball terms? SLG. That is slugging.
That is slugging percentage.
Yes.
It is a certain percentage or average that is calculated between your hits, doubles, triples, and home runs.
Yes. XBH.
Extra base hit.
Yes.
Part of the slugging percentage, if you think about it.
So,
but
doubles.
XP by itself is doubles, triples, or home runs. Anything better than a single.
Yes. ROE.
That is reach on error.
Yes.
And what that means is you've reached on not a hit, but you reached on the fielder's fucking up.
OPS.
OPS is on base plus slugging.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's also on the list. It's not on the list. No. Honestly,
I don't know.
don't really.
We're gonna have to look this one up.
Look it up really quick as I explain it. On base plus slugging is actually something that could be on this list as well. On base percentage, OBP instead of OPS or whatever. On base percentage plus slugging. On base is basically how many times you have gotten on base via a base hit, whether it be a single, home run, triple, double, or a walk, which is taking 4 balls and you're on base. Does not count with reach on error, though. That does not count.
Yes.
So if you reach on an error, does not count towards your on base. But slugging, again, is extra base hits, doubles, triples, home runs. It's all combined to one big number, just so it looks like that you have a big number, really.
Okay.
That's really all it is.
And FPCT, fielding percentage.
Fielding percentage. Fielding percentage is basically based on how many attempts you've gotten on making a play versus errors. So basically, it will calculate towards how many plays you have gotten to how many plays you have made. And it will be like divided. It will literally be, what's it called? It will be the plays that you've made divided by the plays you have gotten. That you
Yes.
have
That have
had an
been
attempt for.
successfully out.
Yeah, so it's successful outs versus attempts to get a successful out.
Yes.
And that's that average. That's that percentage.
Yeah, so it's like they base the number out of 1, right? So, like, for somebody who's a really good fielder, they'll have a 1, like a 1.000, fielding percentage, right? And for other guys who are really good, they'll have like a .995 or a .993 or .989, like, but...
The closer to 1, the better, really.
Yes, the closer to 1, the better.
That's really how it is if you want to know what is a good percentage.
That
closer to 1,000, so anything around the 900s or anything close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Very good.
That is a great question.
Very good question. All right, well, my last question number 8. And then yours.
This is question number 9.
Number 9, fuck, sorry. What is your best PG-13 rated insult?
Your sister's beans.
Your sister's beans. That's mine. I say that all the time. That's my dad. Okay.
It's the only one I can think of.
Your sister's beans. I mean, yeah, like that would be one.
You look like shit on a shingle? I don't know.
I'm
just thinking of your dad. I'm just thinking of your dad.
Shingle. Yeah, your sister's beans. I mean, technically your sister's ass.
Your Gabagalooza.
Your Gabagalooza.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Manasanjawan? I don't know.
I don't know what that means either.
Tony, explain.
Tony, please explain. It might be something that we shouldn't be saying.
No.
I don't even know. I mean, the only words I can think of that are like PG-13, like appropriate, are like damn, ass, crap, bitch, like. But like for like an insult that does not use the words shit and fuck. What would that be? What is something that we would say? That's something. I mean, like your sister's beans, your sister's ass. Like that's what I usually say on the daily. You know what I mean?
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, like as like an insult.
Yeah, I know.
I can think of phrases, but like insults. That's a tough.
That's a tough question.
Very good question.
It is a good question though.
It's a very, very,
but
very, very good question.
I think
we'll think about that off camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Question number 10.
Number 10.
Our last question to ourselves. Do you think that Batman will be remade again?
Oh, for sure.
Yes, it will be.
For sure. There's going to be another...
Whether I like it or not,
yeah,
it will be.
I like the last one.
I still have yet to see the last one.
You haven't seen it?
I
liked it.
So, okay. So here's my thing on it. I loved Christian Bale's Batman, The Dark Knight, so much. He was, in my opinion, the perfect Batman. I thought they should have kept it the way it was, which you can't. You got to keep doing it because it's one of the biggest characters in cinematic history.
And you can't keep getting older.
I know.
You have to keep him the same.
But yeah,
I would say though, if I had to give you anything, you kind of forget that's Pattinson.
Yeah.
You forget that's him.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a
see
chance.
Bruce Wayne that much. You don't really see Bruce Wayne that much. You see Batman the majority of the movie.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna end up giving it a chance, but
I will say though, like he's a good Batman, and it makes sense. You know that he's Batman the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
And not Bruce Wayne. But yeah, I'll say he's a good Batman. Bruce Wayne, maybe not.
Okay.
Batman.
I have to just point out the last two comments by my wife have been funny, and this is to the insult question. She said,
"You ballsack,"
and she said, "You are the human equivalent to a participation trophy."
Jeez.
Which is, damn.
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
Damn.
If you were a spice, you would be flour.
Bland. I guess. All right. But it's come to that time. It is that special time of the day. The audience's question. Give me a drum roll, please. What do you like to do to relax?
Oh, it's a great question to ask the audience. What do you like to do to relax? What is your number one thing to do when you're not having a good day and you just need to lay back and relax and zen for a little? Or not. It could be something exciting that relaxes you.
So I might give like a couple answers here. But,
I like to do many things. There's many different things I like to do.
But the one solid is cuddling Bentley. He's so fluffy and fat and squishy.
When he stays there, I bet he stays for you. It's
he
different.
does.
Like he stays for you. For when I do it, he gets too excited and he just needs to run around.
Yeah. I mean, I just love spooning Bentley. I throw my leg over him. I throw my arm between his two arms, and I cuddle his head. You just give him kisses, and he puts his head back most of the time. It's like, how could you not love that? I don't know how you can't love that.
Cook and then eat it, and then watch others eat it. Never mind. That's exciting. Showers. Showers is relaxing. Showers is nice and relaxing. I would for me, like, I would love to say, like, take a nap. It's very relaxing for me and kind of like setting up a mood for it. I always love like rainy mood, like just the sound of rain or the sound of white noise, like an air conditioner, or even like a refrigerator hum or a space heater hum. Another thing for me is I love to listen to baseball organ music or hockey organ music. That relaxes me. Maybe even just listen to like a crowd, like a very like not monotone but like a level volume crowd noise, like a very like just ambience, just nice, like you just hear like just like the little chatter of a crowd of a baseball game. That relaxes me a lot too. I love to listen to piano jazz. Piano jazz is super
and it's
nice.
Very soothing.
Like half a computer. Piano.
I would definitely agree with that
music. One. I love that stuff. I can eat that stuff right up, and it's just so nice and instrumental. You know, there's not really you just listen to the like. I like to listen to each individual instrument. Like I love to listen to the piano, the bass, and if there's a guitar. If there's a little drum.
Yeah.
Those are some things that
honestly I would go to say like, and like I can't like I don't have like a pool openly accessible to me, like just kind of in my backyard, but like just hopping in a pool and kind of relaxing, like that's a nice. It's a very soothing kind of like. I mean, I just kind of like the feel of water. Like it's almost like taking a shower, but like
it's very therapeutic.
Being encoded by the water, and is water
showers
wet?
Showers are kind of like the closest thing you're gonna get. Elijah Nang.
I just said, is water wet?
Is this water wet?
Let's not start that right now.
Is water wet?
Let's not start that right now.
Oh man, but yeah, like there's a lot, there's a lot of other methods that I love to do. That regards to me trying to relax as much as possible. Yeah. Music is a big tool for me. I love using music. It's always
music
there for
is
you.
Definitely a really good thing.
It's there for you at the palm of your hands. It's easy to obtain. It's easy to be able to access, and it just works nice.
Honestly, that answer, Elijah Nang in chat, that's the particular one of choice for me.
Yeah, I would say that I have really not listened to lo-fi recently. I'm kind of like drifting away from that now.
I don't know. But I feel like
nice to go back to, those guys.
Fall and winter, they're more kind of darker times. I feel like more soothing music is necessary.
Summer, and like summertime is more.
I like
warm weather is more like upbeat stuff.
It's exciting.
So it's an exciting time. You want to be out doing something. Whereas in the winter, you just want to be inside.
I don't know, like in the summertime. I mean, I listen to anime music all the time regardless, right? But I would definitely go to say that when the summertime, when it really starts to get nice out, I tend to listen to country a lot, and that is a very soothing thing to kind of just like a bonfire and, kind of just listen to country music is like a nice thing.
Yeah, like during the summertime, I usually like to listen to like soft rock, like soft classic rock or even soft hard rock. Like even like stuff like Stained is nice too. Like some songs from Stained is nice and like low tempo. There's even like some Alice in Chains stuff that I like to listen to. There's a whole bunch of, like, I have a soft hard rock playlist and a soft classic rock playlist that I really love listening to. I love listening to Pink Floyd in the summertime.
Oh yeah,
I love listening to Pink Floyd in the summertime. I don't know what it is. Pink Floyd is just meant for the summertime. It's meant like and my parents are the reason. They always listen to Pink Floyd whenever we're doing our parties and stuff like that, especially at night when we have our bonfires. So like that's, and like what was that, another band, Oyster Cult, Blue Oyster Cult. That's another. I gotta listen to them during the summer as well, because they got really good songs. Actually, there was a few songs that were playing today.
I mean, hey, those are some all pretty good answers. I mean,
but like all around though, music is like music is the number one thing that I go to no matter what. Yeah. And I'll take the other resources when they're ready, like when they're there. Like if it's raining outside, then I'll take advantage of that and just relax when it's raining. If there's a pool, I'll jump in a pool. Yeah. And just swim.
Absolutely.
And relax.
Absolutely.
Like music is there. It's there, and I'll gladly use that all the time.
Absolutely. Well, hey. Thank you for tuning into another installment of Ashley's Outrageously Random Questions. It's always fun doing that. But we're gonna go back to another favorite segment of ours. It's gonna be a little bit of a twist today. We're gonna be doing a little something different.
Different how?
This is Rank This SpongeBob Characters Edition. Whoa.
Mrs. Puff?
Whoa, and folks, I just want to go out and say this. We really haven't talked about SpongeBob much on the show.
No.
Right? But
it deserves recognition. It's a great freaking show.
But this was a very, very huge and vital part of our childhood. And we're going to sit up a little bit here. Or at least I am, because I'm going to need to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'll be able to sort of see.
But we're going to rank these SpongeBob characters into our 5 special categories. Up top, we have perfect. Then we have straight gas, which means that is literally fire.
It's very good.
It's very good. Then we have the just right category, which is self-explanatory. It's just right. Then we have,
could be better, could be worse.
It's not terrible. Right. And then we have the infamous category amongst infamous categories. That's ass. And that is the category you don't want to end up in.
Nope.
Which,
poopy.
There might be 1 or 2 that end up in there today.
There might be, just because, like, we may just not care about them.
Exactly. And it doesn't particularly mean that we don't like them. It could also mean that we just don't really remember them. Mm-hmm. Or they didn't really play that big of an impact.
Yeah. Or like we knew about them, but we just don't give a flying
We don't give a flying fadoodle.
Fadoodle.
But let's start them off. Mr.
This guy.
Killer Whale.
Now we talked about this briefly. He's like one of like Laird the Lobster's like gym buddies.
Yes. Yes, this is one of his gym buddies. And honestly, he's not terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
He kind of showing off with a little bit of muscles,
he's got the muscles.
He's lifting some weights.
It's funny to see them like absolutely go hardcore with the workouts, montages sometimes. So
absolutely.
The hand.
I mean, honestly, throw him up there. Throw him up in perfect, man. What can you ask from this character other than...
Here's your lollipop.
Literally.
You don't see him after, like, the second It's third season though.
I know.
But he was great.
He was great while he was there. He was great while he was there. I can't tell you.
Great.
All right.
Why not? All right. Next is Kevin the Sea Cucumber.
Kevin the Sea Cucumber.
I mean, he was a dick.
He was a dick. He was a dick.
The only thing good about it was SpongeBob being like, "Hi, Kevin."
Throw him in. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go not terrible here.
Okay, I'll agree. Like, there's not really a reason why I would put him in Dad's ass. I
could very much, but
just don't feel like it.
Not really there.
Dennis the Menace.
I think he's just right.
He's just right. He was a good villain.
He was.
He was a very, very good villain. First movie villain.
Yeah.
He was very good.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed watching him.
Absolutely.
Good. The old lady when they were trying to sell the chocolate bars to. She's
not terrible.
Not terrible, yeah.
Then we got
the mama, the little twig.
We got the twig. We got the little shrunken nematode.
Little head with a spine.
She was straight gas.
Straight gas.
Straight gas.
Straight gas.
Man. All right. So I think this is a lifeguard.
Yeah, but he's also another side character.
Yeah, a bunch of these guys played a bunch of different side characters. And honestly, not terrible. Yeah. And I think that, I feel like most of them, most of the kind of side characters we're probably going to end up throwing in not terrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would definitely say that that's what it deserves.
Yeah. The news anchor fish. Breaking news!
It's going into straight gas!
Straight gas! Breaking news! I am going into straight gas!
Alright.
Next, ice cream guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he's probably been other characters.
Probably, but I'm gonna honestly go and say just right. Like...
He serves ice cream.
He serves ice cream.
He's serving ice cream in his pick. We'll give that
what
to him.
What else can we ask?
We'll give that to him. Did we remember this guy's name?
No.
I'm looking it up.
He was another villain. If you can remember, cleats, clunk, and he sticks his SpongeBob cleats go right into his eyes, and
bodyguard.
He's just yeah. Honestly, though,
the Tattletale Strangler. That's the Tattletale Strangler. I didn't even need to see it. That's the Tattletale Strangler. If you don't know what that means, if you tattletale at him, he strangles the shit out of you, and that's why he's a criminal. The Tattletale Strangler. Oh, God. Where are we putting him?
Just right.
Okay. Just right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just right.
Plankton!
Yes, Krabs. I'm going to steal the formula. I'm telling you, I went to college!
I honestly think that Plankton is perfect.
Yep. I mean, let's face it. The mains are going to be up there.
Yeah, the mains are probably going to end up being up there.
Plankton's the first one. He's perfect.
Yes.
Next, this is the Krabby Old Mondays manager. Only there for one episode, I think. I don't really know why he's on this list.
Yeah, throw him in Dad's ass. He was creepy.
Yep.
It was creepy.
Yeah, he was a dick. King Jellyfish. Also there for only one episode.
I think this is just right.
Yeah, just right. I mean,
honestly,
it's King Jellyfish. Straight gas.
Throw him straight gas.
Straight gas. It's King Jellyfish.
I know.
Man.
If it was just a regular jellyfish,
why didn't they use him
just
later?
right. But
they should have used him later. That's kick ass. King Jellyfish.
I know.
They should have done a whole episode with a synopsis totally just around him, and he actually talks. And there's something happen with his son or something.
Yeah.
They should have done something with that. SpongeBob's mom.
Okay. This might be a hot take. It's not terrible.
Yeah. Very sweet.
I really wish that they probably would have included the square.
Yeah, she's more of the actual natural sea sponge look.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, She gets it from the mother, which we'll get to there in a second.
Yeah.
The grandma.
Yes.
But yeah, not terrible. Yeah. I'll agree.
It's all about you, girl. On your 16th birthday. They were just right, you know?
Yeah. They spiced it up.
They spiced it up.
You know? Flats. I'm gonna kick your butt.
What are you thinking here?
Not terrible.
I think that's the right
I
category.
could put him in just right just because of the fact that he always wants to kick your butt. But, like, He's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Grandma Sponge.
Grandma's bare pants. I mean, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah, I would honestly go to say just right.
Just right. Grandma's cookies.
Larry the Lobster.
Larry the Lobster. Also voiced by the guy who voiced Plankton.
Straight gas.
Straight gas, yeah. Breathe, darn you! The clam from that one episode where SpongeBob steals the pearl.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
I mean,
what can else he can add?
It's just a clam.
The Alaskan Bullworm. Thank you, my friend.
Straight gas. Perfect.
For those who do not know, we like the NHL. We like the NHL's games that come out.
Well, we did.
We did. And one of our very first team names was the Alaskan Bullworms. And for the sake of that, and for the sake of relevancy, it is perfect.
Yeah! Yeah, let's go!
And we're gonna have 2 in a row!
Oh, Karen, perfect.
Karen's
she's perfect.
She's perfect.
Karen, oh god, the Alaskan Bullworms. No, I'm probably just gonna end up getting Chell on the Xbox now, just because I know that you don't really. I mean,
I'm not gonna.
I don't either. I'm literally just gonna play offline.
Unless they develop a custom
franchise.
online franchise, I will not be buying it next year.
No. I will get it just because of custom franchise. I really enjoyed custom franchise. That helped me play the game this year, but we only played like 20 games of online and we wanted to die. So I will just happily buy it on my Xbox now, just so I have another use for my Xbox.
Isn't it on Game Pass?
No, it's not. Well, it's 23 is actually on sale for Game Pass. It's like $20 for an Xbox Series S version, and for the Xbox One version, it's only like $10.99.
Damn.
I was thinking about it, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Bubble baths. Pickles.
That's ass, man. He was mean as shit.
I'll agree with you.
He was mean as shit, man. Give SpongeBob a break.
Give him a break. You made him literally develop dyslexia.
I know.
He literally made him develop dyslexia. That's fucked up.
I love the smiley face on the pickles, and then you tuck them to bed.
Are we gonna do that when we?
Okay. Continue.
Are we gonna do that next time we make burgers? Just at some capacity.
Honestly, yeah.
Even though I don't really like pickles, I
love pickles.
I'll absolutely tuck my pickles to bed in my burger. I'll absolutely do that. This guy, he's a dick.
Yeah, honestly, throw him in Dad's ass.
Yeah, he's ass.
Throw him in
He
the gutter.
literally drinks mayonnaise.
Throw him in the gutter. Who does that? Well,
you forgot your mayonnaise.
if we were to do an NFL quarterback, Will Levis puts mayo in his coffee. Why? If you put mayo in anything other than a sandwich, you're in Dad's ass.
Or a burger. You're in Dad's ass.
Well, I would kind of consider that a sandwich.
Or like a salad, like potato salad.
Yeah,
I'll eat potato salad. But no.
Worm dog. He was just right.
Just right?
I think he was just right. You know.
I don't even really remember him.
I don't remember him either.
Okay. Patchy the Pirate.
He's gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it's literally Tom Kenny.
Now,
I love Patchy the Pirate.
Now the parrot.
Parrot.
I think it's just right.
Just right. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Patchy carried it. Between the two of them, he carried it.
He did.
The Rain Dutchman.
He was perfect. We're gonna have a lot of them in this.
We're gonna have a lot. Might have the most perfects.
I know. Mm-hmm. I think we're already coming close to the number. Not terrible because that's just a random.
Okay. Same thing here. Buff muscly guy.
It's kind of like the killer whale, that's up there.
We'll put him not terrible.
Yeah.
The Doc.
I think he was just right.
He's just right.
He did his job.
He does his job. He does his job every episode. I don't think he's actually really faltered anybody. I think he's done his job and done his job well.
You ready? Hoopla!
Hoopla!
Oh, straight gas. I really did like him.
I did like him. But, not that much.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot, but not that much.
After, the 150th time I've seen that episode, it might have gotten a little annoying.
Yeah.
But, it's hoopla, guys.
Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a Krabby Patty, right?
Hoopla!
Wrong! Meow.
That's all you need to know. In Gary talk, that means perfect.
David Hasselhoff. Such a random ass person.
All right, so I honestly want to get your opinion on where you want to put him.
Straight gas.
Yeah?
I think he's straight gas.
Put him in there.
He does his job, man. He's literally a motorboat. He has impeccable pecs that literally shoot them back into the ocean. You can agree with me, right?
I can agree.
You can agree, right?
I can agree. Sandy cheeks from the big old Texas. You gotta go there.
Big old Alexis, Texas. Just regular Texas. The gorilla.
Honestly, I'm gonna go straight gas here.
Yeah, why not? It was funny.
He was funny.
You just scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, but now as an adult,
he was funny in his short time.
Mm-hmm.
King Neptune.
King Neptune. This is the movie version, though. There's a different version. He was funny.
Honestly, I'm gonna go just right.
Okay. I agree. He was just right.
Yeah.
Old lady from what was the place? What is the
was it just a nursing home with
Yeah, but it had a name. I'm looking it up. It had a specific name, I swear.
But it was definitely a nursing home.
Yes, it was the nursing home with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy in it. Mermaid Man.
Which we have Mermaid Man coming next. Yes.
The nursing home. What was it called?
People, we got some good ones in this. There's some really good ones.
Shady Shoals. From Shady Shoals.
Shady Shoals.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Mermaid
Man. Evil.
He's straight gas. Straight gas.
Evil. I could put him in perfect too, but
yeah. My leg. Throw him up in
my
perfect.
leg.
Throw him up in perfect.
LPG. He was there for one episode or two.
LPG.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
I don't think he's ass.
No.
He plays jazz.
Yeah.
He's good at it. Take it away, Penny.
That's just right.
You did right. I could put just because, but
Squidward tentacles.
We all can relate
perfect.
to him. We
all can.
We all can absolutely relate to him as we get older. He's that one character that we just relate to in a kids show. That when we get older, Man Ray.
Yeah. Straight gas.
Straight gas. Okay. I could put him in just right, but okay.
I feel like
he was a good villain because
because
of the first time you see him.
Yes.
That first episode was funny as hell. I will absolutely give it to him. He's probably the best Mermaid Man villain. Is this your wallet? It doesn't look familiar to me. Well, I just saw you drop it.
Yeah.
No, it's not mine.
Why'd you take her off? King Neptune's daughter.
Mindy. That's her name. Mindy. Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson. Changes everything, right?
Just right then.
He changes everything.
He does.
Scarlett Johansson, voice actor.
The more you know. So here's what we're gonna have to do though. We're gonna have to slide these over because I need them to be in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Fuck it. And Budget the Pirate 2. And Karen 2.
And Squidward's gonna go first.
Squidward's gonna go number 1.
Because we all relate to Squidward. Mrs. Puff.
Mrs. Puff? Mrs. Puff?
Honestly, I'm just gonna go with... I'm gonna say just right.
I agree.
I think it's probably one of the only main characters that I'm gonna rank that low.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know?
I do agree. Side character lady, she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah. That's ass.
That's ass.
Nematodes.
Nematodes. You only see them for like one episode, but they're funny.
They are. They're just right.
Just right. Yeah, they're funny. Enough said.
I mean, Patrick Star.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Now, you're not going to be able to see, as our list is compiled up here, you're not going to be able to see, the top of ranked this, the top of perfect, I should say. Mm-hmm. But we will go over the entire list once it is done. But for speaking sake, we are going to continue.
Mm-hmm. The painting pirate at the beginning of the show.
I mean, honestly, straight gas.
He's straight gas. He's a good singer.
He is.
Very good singer. He gets it done.
Dirty Bubble?
Dirty Bubble.
Not terrible.
Not terrible. Yeah.
You're going to have to do the no, I wouldn't even do it at that point because we're going to be cutting off.
What am I doing?
No,
okay. Pearl.
Pearl. You're just right.
I agree.
Iceman.
My diet, Dr. Kelp. That's that guy. And the chocolate guy. Chocolate!
I would throw him up in just right. I think he's going to be the highest.
Okay. I could put him in straight gas.
He's kind of just like that side character.
But he's the best side character.
Yeah.
Besides my leg.
Yeah, besides my leg.
Besides my leg.
I think.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Yeah, I don't really know. Therefore, Mr. Squarepants. Put him with the wife.
Put him with the wife.
Yeah. They did together. The sea bear.
Sea bear. I'm gonna put straight gas.
Straight gas. Yeah. That's funny as hell that he's on this list anyway.
Some girl is not terrible.
Yeah. Just a side character. William Fancy Son from band class?
I'm honestly going to put him in straight gas. I would prefer to put him in straight gas.
Me too. I agree. I'll concede and put him in straight gas. Not even concede, I'll just agree. Barnacle Boy!
Just right.
Just right?
Okay.
I agree.
I don't think he's as good as Mermaid Man.
Okay.
Personally.
I could put him in the straight gas category with Mermaid Man, but not better than him. But I get it. He's kind of a Fisher-Price version of Squidward.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs' mom, Mrs. Krabs.
Mrs. Krabs. Just right.
Just right. The Atomic Magma.
Alright.
Not terrible.
Yeah, not terrible.
Even though I like the funny joke that he has.
Yeah.
It's fun. The art gallery guy, the art entrepreneur.
It's like same place. Not terrible. Like, he's not bad.
Yeah. Doodle Bob, perfect.
Doodle Bob is perfect.
He's perfect. Mr. Flats. Same.
Yep.
Right on top of each other. Old Man Jenkins. He's straight gas.
He is straight gas.
Straight gas. I don't want to be a burden.
I don't want to be a burden.
Rocky's
just right.
Just right. It could be funny and put him in straight gas.
I would be funny to put him in straight gas.
Now, if he was a reoccurring character,
yes,
straight gas. If he was in more than one episode, Stray Cats.
This
kid.
Honestly, this kid, he's not terrible. I mean...
Yep. I agree. 2 more. Wormy was cool until he turned into a butterfly and scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid.
Just right. And...
last but not least...
the man himself.
That's named after the show. SpongeBob.
Well, folks, there you have it. We'll start from the bottom. We have the Dad's Ass category. Mm-hmm. None of them really stand out other than, Bubble Brain.
Bubble Bass. I guess he's the best one out of
I would guess. And then we have the Not Terrible category. A bunch of side characters that, kind of really didn't stand out, weren't reoccurring.
I feel like people would probably dislike that we put Kevin here.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a controversy, but
like I'm pretty sure y'all can agree with the most of them.
Yeah,
even with her.
Yeah,
this old lady.
Honestly, and then we have the Just Right category, and honestly, I think we did pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
I think we did pretty good with that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And straight gas.
These guys are straight gas.
We got important characters here that play a, cool role in some way or shape or form.
Oh, yeah.
A funny role, if that.
That's a funny role to grow.
Oh, yeah.
And David Hasselhoff.
No, I know. And then we go
the man.
to the cream of the crop, which is mostly main characters, but we have some side in there. We have SpongeBob, Squidward, Plankton, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. Krabs. That's in there.
The Star Boy.
Patrick.
Gary.
My leg!
Sandy Cheeks.
Pitchy the Pirate.
The Alaskan Bowler.
Karen, my computer wife.
The Hand.
The Flying Dutchman.
I had a lot of fun doing that.
I did too. That was a lot of fun.
Some good memories coming back with that too.
You want to do the other SpongeBob one another time?
Yeah.
We definitely will. There's another SpongeBob one that we think that would be pretty cool.
I think we're gonna have to do something special with that one because I feel like we're gonna have to show some kind of clip from each one.
Maybe.
To kind of put it in the context.
Yeah, if we can somehow do that for y'all.
Yeah. But, hey, there you have it, folks. The Gabagalooza SpongeBob rank dis.
Mwah.
End scene. Ding! Well, folks, it's come to that time again. And honestly, this is the earliest we've been done in a while.
Pretty good time, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's 2 minutes to 8.
But hey, thank you all for showing up and being a part of this Memorial Day Monday. Any final words for the audience here, my friend?
Again, happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Remembrance for all the men and women who have helped keep us safe and free here in the United States of America. Hope you all had a good time with your family and friends, and hope you all had a good time. Hope you all love each other and eat good food today.
Yeah, and, eat good food.
And remember big reasons on why we're still free today.
Amen to that. Couldn't have said it any better. Well, folks, thanks for coming. I'm AP, Mr. Non-Clutch. That's Murph. Murph Dog. We'll see you next time.
And you better stay good.